All right, well, my solution for making a service loops. This is meter power for the lights, and what's this green wire do? Oh, this is a relative RF on the multimeter, and over here we have plate current, and then high voltage and grid current to the multimeter down here. So these wires need to come from the meter board. These wires here need to go down to the bottom of the chassis. And this is bias, which is being supplied from the meter board from the diode string versus the Zener, which would normally go there, but I don't have one because this is way more reliable and just as stable. So that's my service loop for the front panel. If you ever need to take the front panel off to tune the input or get to this board or whatever, makes it so much easier. And the back, I ran the connections for the high voltage to the rear. See if you can see in there. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. Switch to macro so it'll focus in there. So, wanted to make it nice and clean and nice looking here. So still got a little tying up to do over here, but coming along. All right, so part 6 update. Where do I stand? Got the AC main cord done in. So MOV and capacitor to help keep some RF from getting back through the AC line. This is 12 gauge. See if it'll focus. There we go, 12 gauge. SJOW, really flexible, nice cord. 12.3, so quite a bit bigger than the 14 or 16 gauge, whatever the stock power cord is. It comes in 12 amp breakers instead of 10. Step start board. Soft keyboard, not entirely wired yet, obviously. I did a test last night and found that I actually had the CW sideband mode switch that selects the high and low voltage primaries backwards. Luckily, I had enough slack down in here by the transformer. I was able to move these two connectors over here and these two connectors over here, and all is good. So things I have left to do: finish up the bias, get the transmit receive relay, antenna relay I have over here, get that in, and of course the coaxial cables. Now putting in the I need to populate this guy with the diode, capacitor, and a couple resistors for the relative RF sense, and then get that line. So the green wire is my RF sense. This is a 240 volt line for the fan. I'm going to put some sort of a resistor and a thermostatic switch over here for a 2-speed fan. I don't know, maybe I'll just do single speed, but this fan blows quite a bit more than the stock fan. It's a little noisy, so I'm gonna dampen it down a little bit. Anyway, so otherwise it's coming out pretty nice. I'll finish up and make sure it looks nice once I'm done with the extra wires. But let's set this over on the bench, plug it in. Right back. All right, so I have it sitting on my other bench where I have 240 volts available. High voltage metering board. Okay, first, it's not plugged in. And secondly, It's on high voltage. I don't have the knob just temporarily on there just so I could select the settings right now. So don't have the knobs on here yet. Actually, I'm waiting for set screws, stainless steel hex head set screws, which will be here tomorrow to put in there versus the little set screws, the little steel set screws they use, or little blade. Sorry, not going to focus, is it? And these are okay, but I don't want to use a blade, so I'll put little stainless ones in there. So the high voltage wired up. This piece of wire right now is just keeping the crowbar off the from shorting out the high voltage. No tubes in it yet. The fan is not connected yet, but fan spins nicely. A couple of things I made sure is when I mounted this transformer that it would clear the side plate. Didn't want rubbing on the side plate. So you'll see if I push on here, you see it flex. Let's see if it get a little closer. You'll see it flex and doesn't touch. So you keep some vibration off. Transformer. I am going to have to cut the top right here to get the transformer to fit, or for that cover to fit around the transformer, but I'll work on that later. I have some nice white edge material to go around that once I cut it out to make it look nice, finish it off nice. So here it's turned off. Let's plug it in. Be right back. All right, it's plugged in the mains. Let's go for broke here. Hope I don't break anything. Oh, I heard the step start, and we have high voltage. It's on low. 2400. Switch to high. 3200. So I'll get my high voltage probe out and see how accurate that meter is. Probably pretty accurate. But I'll confirm. So so far so good. And obviously I have filament voltage because that's what powers the meter lights. I just need to connect the fan and the transmit receive relay and cut the cover. And speaking of covers, I painted the case. By the way, this is the box of all the original wrappings for all the original parts. I kept them just in case I didn't get something out. So here's the case in satin black. Came out very nice, I think. It's gonna look really nice. Some people online are giving me crap because I painted the case and it didn't keep it stock. But you know what? Here are my box of parts, original parts I did not use. Here's the tubes. The original Nichicon capacitors from 77. Date code 7738, so 38 week is 1977. The original power cord down there, unused. Feed line. All the original parts that I've not used are still down here. The coax connectors, PL259s, adapters, everything that I didn't use, all original, is still in here in the original packaging. Look at this. The original wrapped front panel. So if you really wanted to, you could convert this right back to the original color scheme. So I'll put this back in the box here. So anybody who complains about me making it black, you can suck it. I don't care. This is mine. And it's gonna fit nice right up here. And it's gonna look nice with all the rest of the gear. But there's update number 6 coming along, getting there.